Football League on EA Sports. And we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Patriots and the Bengals, and it's all up next.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
And his first look is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now Brady. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out, because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Open man is born. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Brady now to throw. That's complete. Demario Douglas with it. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. Brady to throw again. That one caught by Polk. They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Baker. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Throwing now is Brady. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Douglas. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. To throw, it's Brady. Over the middle, it's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense is...
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Brady going to throw. Checking this down to Stevenson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. And they'll be let out by their left-handed quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 34-yard line.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 1.
Play action. It's Esiason. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Operating from the gun. Esiason. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now Brady. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Esiason. Now a short one to Gesicki. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
They go play action with Esiason. Out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Staying on his feet. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Esiason. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Stephon Gilmore dials the corner blitz and earns the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And he powers his way up past the 30. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Brady. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He still brings it in off the tip here on the deep shot. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Patriots are able to stretch out their lead. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear a coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. 2nd and 11. Now a short one to Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He completes it to Boyd. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd and 4. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 25-yard line. Looking to throw. Esiason. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Operating from the gun. Esiason. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
They'll give it to Mixon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Another try for Mixon. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
New England's offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week one. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken right around the 44. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now a short one to Gesicki, and he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
It's Mixon on the counter. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Pats are going to take over at their own 41. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know it feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
The Patriots ready to get the football back. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. So after the INT, it's Brady. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Brady to throw. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Brady. Under pressure, and down he goes. It was Myles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Here's Bryce Behringer now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Off play action. Esiason. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. On now to punt, Brad Robbins. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Brady. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw is Brady. Open man is Bourne. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now this completes a Polk. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now Brady. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Brady again. And that went to the right side and incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner, except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Esiason to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Esiason. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one, because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
From the gun on third down. Esiason. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Anthony Jennings in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. And here's Brad Robbins now. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. New England's offense set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
From the gun on third down, Brady. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
To throw, it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now Brady. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Throwing to start the drive. Esiason. He gets this one to Boyd. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first. Looking to throw. Esiason. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Esiason. Now a short one to Gesicki. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Here's a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw again. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We start up in Western New York, the season opener between Arizona and Buffalo, and it's the Bills with the lead in the second quarter. Keon Coleman, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see, currently, they trail in that ball game. Van Jefferson, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And that game's all tied up as they play the visiting Jaguars. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And this defense not giving him anything there, maybe a yard up to the 36. 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Esiason. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Mixing up the middle. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
Cincinnati Bengals.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Fighting through. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Now a pause for the injury, and that is as Joe Mixon clearly in some discomfort following that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
In motion left is Higgins. Back to throw.
Esiason.
And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Moss.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Zach Moss,
A 3-yard touchdown run.
and the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
On the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
Now Brady.
That one caught by Pollard.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Throwing now is Brady.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
McPherson on for the point after.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he returns this to the 22. The Patriots offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say,
toward the sideline, intercepted.
So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
and we know it was ill-advised. but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
The Bengals set to take over. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Esiason. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Looking to throw. Esiason. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Patriots are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Brady now to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big play there for New England. 45 yards. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Stevenson is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that will tie things at 20 all. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Throwing to start the drive. Esiason. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Esiason. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Esiason. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Myles Murphy able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's a 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
3rd and 20. Here's Brady to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's to the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. And out now, here come the Bengals. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup for 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Right back to Moss. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, Can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
Here's Brady. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Looking for Gronkowski. Out route, he's got him. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. To throw is Brady. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go...
He's got a man complete. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Jalen Polk with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Pats are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
2nd and 6. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down.
Esiason